Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Everything that I use in this video will be listed down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss whenever I post another video. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to start off with that green shade and I'm adding that to the outer corner right above my natural crease. I want this green to stay in that back corner and I'm pretty much applying it where you would add your transition color. And I'm just stamping it into place, building up that color, making sure that everything is where I want it to be. And I'm going to continue to build it up until I'm satisfied with the coverage, and then I'm going to blend it out just a little bit. And once you have that blended out, you want to move on to your next shade. The next shade I'm using is this red shade, and I'm going to apply that right on top of that green and fading that forward, also building that color up as well. And it's okay if it goes down a little bit more towards your lid because you will be cleaning that up, so don't worry about it. But I'm just stamping it into place before blending it out a little bit, making sure that I get that bright coverage, that bright red look in the coverage that I need. And you want to make sure that you continue to blend that red and that green together so you can have a smooth transition. And once you're satisfied with that, you move on to your next color. The next color I'm going to be using is this white. And if you want the white to really appear, you can go ahead and add on a white concealer and then apply it, or any type of lighter concealer. But I'm just stamping it into place, and then I will continue to build it up just a little bit, and then I will blend out the edges so that that red and that white will fade into each other. Blending that red and white is going to give off a pinkish color, and that is okay because you want to make sure that everything flows together and you have a smooth transition. Now that I have everything the way I want it, I'm gonna do my cut crease, and you can use some micellar water or even some makeup remover to remove any of the excess eyeshadow. I'm just going to use the concealer, and I'm going to take my time on doing this because I don't want to go over too much of the area. I just want to leave like a little thin line of those colors just so they can show through enough. But I also want to make sure that I don't apply too much concealer in one area so that it'll be too much to really blend out. And as I apply the concealer, I am doing little by little, and I'm also dragging that concealer down towards the rest of the lid to get the rest of the coverage. And you want to make sure that you're doing little by little because you don't want too much on the brush at once to kind of mess up the line. You want that line as crispy as possible. And to help me dry down that concealer a little bit, I like to go in with this brush to just tap on top. And this, like I said, helps dry the concealer down as well as make sure that it's nice and smooth before going in with anything else. Now I'm going in with some glitter, because what's a look without some glitter? And I'm going to use this white glitter. It's like an iridescent color. And I'm going to apply this on the rest of the lid. I did leave a little space close to my lash line not touched, because I didn't want to have to apply extra eyeliner there on top of the glitter. And now that the eyeliner is basically done, I'm going to go in and fill in any space that needs to be filled in with the remaining glitter that's on this brush. You don't have to dip back into the product if you don't want to. And there you have it. And now I'm just going to take a tan shade and blend out the top edges to make sure those are nice and fluffed out. You don't want your edges to be harsh, so you want to take a tan shade to blend those out. And for this look, I'm going to be doing the powder before foundation, and I forgot that I was doing that and I applied primer first, but that's okay. Now I'm just going in with some translucent powder all over the face. I avoided my forehead because my forehead is already done, but I just take a little bit of setting spray to set that in place. Wait till it completely dries down before going in with any more primer, and now go straight in with your foundation. I like to use a little bit of foundation at a time. And if you need to, use a foundation that you can build up the color. So go in with a little bit at a time and then build it up as you go, because you may figure out that you don't even need that much. And that also will help you not have to go in and remove some of that product with your sponge. And this is hands down one of my favorite foundations. As long as they keep making it and keep having my shade, I will continue to buy it. I'm also using the concealer that goes with this foundation. And again, everything that I use will be listed down below. I'm adding that concealer underneath my eyes, the center of my nose, as well as the center of my forehead. And I like to blend out the concealer on my forehead and nose right away. I like to blend out the edges first because I don't want any harsh lines, and plus I like that inner corner to kind of dry down a little bit. But with this concealer, I did not have to let it sit for too long. It's not that hard to blend out once it dry down a little bit. But I also like the fact that this concealer is not too bright. It's like the perfect shade. Looking at it through the tube, it does look a little lighter. That's another reason why I never really used it, but now looking at it on the face, it is very beautiful. And I'm going back in with my foundation brush and blending out those edges so everything blends together. And I decided I wanted it to be a little brighter, so I'm going back in with a little more concealer. While that dries down, I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. A little bit goes a long way, and as you can see, I kind of went in a little heavy with the bronzer, but it's okay because I will fix it. Now I'm just blending out the edges again with that concealer, and even adding just a little bit more of that concealer, it still didn't give a super bright under eye, which I love. So I'm just making sure that I continue to blend that out, as well as those edges, making sure that I take my time, but the video in certain areas are sped up so that the video don't be too long. And I'm taking that foundation brush again, nothing is on it, and I'm blending out the edges of that concealer as well as the edges of that bronzer, making sure that everything is blended together, especially before going in and setting everything into place. I'm making sure that I remove any excess product sitting under the eyes before going in with my powder. That's what I'm doing now. And I'm also making sure that I blend out the rest of that concealer. So now I'm just applying a little bit of powder underneath the eyes to set that concealer into place, and I absolutely love how this look is coming together. I can't wait till you guys see the finished look. And I'm applying it underneath that bronzer as well to give it that more snatched effect. And as you can see, under the eyes, I did not apply a lot of powder for this particular look because I do have dry skin, and again, I did not want to have to apply that much powder underneath the eyes, especially because it's winter time and you don't really have to apply as much as you do when it's summer. And to dust away all that extra powder, I'm just taking some pressed powder to do so. I also went over my brows with some translucent powder to set that into place. And I'm gonna finish up my eyes off camera and set my face once again. Now for the lips, I'm going in with this vinyl lipstick, and I'm just applying it all over the lips, and I did not add lip liner on first, so that's what I'm doing now. I like the way it turned out when I applied the lip liner afterwards, and I'm just outlining my lips. And then I'm going to go in with some clear gloss, and that is it, and that is all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Again, everything that I use will be listed down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend, and I will see you all in the next video.